not have... Oh, I don't have music running. Okay, give me a second. Okay, now we have music running. Oh my god. This morning has been a bit of a nightmare. Have you gotten far with this mod yet? Yes. In past, I'm confused about what you're saying. Sorry, my brain is a little bit fried after so much troubleshooting this morning. If you have a capture PC, don't use Linux. It is such a pain in the ass. So, if anybody is unaware of what we're up to, which it kind of sounds like you might be, I'll just quickly show you what we've got so far. So you get in here, you go to your race career, and then you have like all your vehicle selecty sort of things. That exits to the wrong place. Then I've got my garage. I have one car in my garage at the moment. We have a test race, which we've got set up. And then we have licenses. And in here, this is beginner licenses, and we're working on pro licenses. At the moment, we have patient overtaking, which is the one that we're working on right now because we're having problems with the AI not doing what we want. Which is where the thumbnail comes in. I figured out how to edit AI paths. So I actually had a look at a thing. Oh, you guys won't be hearing this music. Damn it. Desktop audio activate. Perfect. Same for you. Alright. That should work. Welcome, .noi. How's it going? So, yeah, I found this dealio, and I can just edit the AI paths by hand, and then I could tell it to play. Nope, that was the wrong one. I wanted this one. So, it's trying to keep up with that, I think. It's a bit hard to tell what it's doing. Oh, right! So this is a thing that I was trying to deal with. So how would I do that then? Let's just try it again. Why is it not moving? It's got accelerator, it's got clutch. Was the parking brake on? I don't think so. Why would that be happening? Handbrake is off. Oh, I've paused it, but it's still going. Fun. I think part of the problem is there's more than one node here, but it's really hard to click. I don't know what's happening. If I click one of these, I can easily move it. But this... I'll sometimes see the line flicker. Oh, okay, something happened. Two. Let's try moving that ahead. Double node. Remove highlighted node. Reveal the trajectory on the map from top-down view. No, that doesn't help us. I want to move just node number 2. Weird thing is it's saying that it's got like things to reach, but... Move camera to this trajectory's linked vehicle. Ah, okay, that's fine. What's this? Okay. Oh, so I could set a normal outline. Oh, wait, no, that's right. It was a softening thing, wasn't it? How do I unload and reload? I fucked it. Doesn't matter. Anyway, that's the idea. We're working with that. Sorry, I'm struggling here. We have test track. I want to bring in a path from my normal mod that we're making. Totally normal in every way. We have rec track. Let's grab everything in the path and put it under the test path. Now, dir t and up. dir t up, and then it has initial coordinates. dir t up and initial coordinates. Okay, perfect. Let's try that out. I need to grab the path. Alright, now, this nightmare that we've been working with this whole entire time will become a hell of a lot easier. Ah, perfect. Now, that looks incredibly simple. Why is it overly simplistic? That was the wrong thing to do. Whoops. I don't know what that means. I can't even do that. Okay, I have to link the vehicle somehow. There we go. So that's what that's doing. Ah, so when I wrote down time, I can now see my time playing out a lot better. Perfect. Alright. So, getting a bit of a better idea. Now we can see what exactly is happening here. So, first one is too slow. So, can I grab you and modify you or not? Because if I go back here and then I tell it to play... Okay, there's something wrong with the AI. Now, I have figured out that there's like a thing that I could do that allows me to force the velocity, and I think that's where we're going wrong. So, there's a thing here that lets me show time? node, and velocities. Okay. So does this have velocities? I thought this had times. No, yeah, it's time, not velocity. I'd like to extend a big thank you for surprising me... Sorry, for inspiring you to start BeamNG mods. Making BeamNG mods. Sorry, my brain is really frizzled right now and I'm dyslexic, so... it's gonna take me a little bit to read your messages. Yeah, I'm glad that you like it, Big Sonan. I'm glad that more people are enjoying having things to do. These are fun things. Okay, so I have you. Can I edit you? No, I can't. Okay. Switch the visual display of this trajectory on off. Okay. Leave nodes on. But velocities is weird. Like here it's saying 480. So that's 480 to get to 4. Okay. So I think if we drop these down a little bit, and then we'll turn off the one that like holds velocity. Maintains the average velocities of each section as nodes are moved on the map. Alright, let's get rid of that. And I think I'm going to leave that as it is. And try again. There is something wrong with the AI control. Oh, yeah. I don't know why, but there's a massive, like, 60-second delay to the stream. I just realized I might actually have a setting that's fucked up around that. Because I don't know why there's such a massive delay. There just is, and I don't know why. Not here. Output. Latency? What's latency? There is trade-off between latency and quality. If your case prefers on quality, please select normal mode, which may get 2 seconds high-end latency. If your case requires 500 millisecond latency, you can turn on ultra-low mode. Do you want to go out? Do you, Pip? At the door, a little too closed. Perhaps a plugin that has a slow refresh rate? Not sure. Not sure what you're getting at. Replay buffer, there is no replay buffer. I remember seeing that there were things about delays, but I'm not seeing it currently. Advanced? Show active output warnings on exit. Recording. Automatic. Stream delay. Okay, so there is stream delay here, but it is disabled. You know what, I'm gonna look on my phone and see how far behind the delay is. So I can go quickly to my channel. And I can watch. I'm gonna wave my hand. Okay, that's not terrible. It's just for some reason, on my main computer there, it looks so much worse. And I don't know why. Anyway, hopefully the delay isn't that bad. Any word on what your mod is that you're working on? I'd like to hear about it. I think if I turn off AI Assistant, that might give us a slightly different result. So the car is trying to keep up, and he's just driving off. Oops, what happened? Did I... whoops, Alt, there we go. Did I? What's happening? There we go, okay. Something went wrong. But, it looks like this AI is running normally. So I don't know why I would have problems following another car. Oh yeah, we get to about here, and then... Okay. That's right. I needed to be able to see what times we had. Alright. So can I rewind? I cannot rewind. Okay. It's around... these where we have problems. There's just too many, I think. Let's try removing 13. So 13 is 16.3 seconds. No, that's not the right one. That's not the right one either. Oh, this is the right one. 16.3, 16.3. Okay, here we go. I think if I remove this one, it might be a little bit faster. So let's, actually, I should be able to just select it and delete it. Remove highlighted node. Okay, let's give that a try. I suppose it's after there where it matters anyway. Let's go to 14 then. And remove, you know what, we'll just remove the next two. This is only a testing thing anyway. Execute scenario. Okay, 13 is the only place that it needs to go to anyway, so let's go to 16.3, and I wonder if I just... yeah, hold on, let's re-bring this back in. What's happening? Have I broken it? I may have broken it. Oh, what's happening? Failed to wait at finish frame semaphore. Failed to submit transfer queue. No GPU markers. Of course. Still having the issue. Control L? I think my computer is locking up. Welcome, Snickers. Yep, I think it's completely borked. There we go. Yep. That's a bork. Alright, there we go. What? Oh, okay. Do you have OBS capturing a live YouTube chat window or are you using a plugin? I am using a thing called Stream Elements. It's a service. Free service, thank God. A mod that I've made is the Cadillac CT4V Blackwing. And, I don't know, some American cars that I don't know anything about. Both can be found on Patreon. Yeah, probably don't do self-promotion here. Like, talk about your mods, sure, but maybe not that. So would the AI react accordingly, say if it had a flat tire or something? Yes, so I'm working with the in-game AI, and that's what we're having problems with. Because pacing is, like, really, really off, and I don't know why. Now, if I bring this back up, it's not going to cause an issue, is it? No? Good. Alright. I have to be careful about the order in which I close things, apparently. Trajectories. Good, that's what we want. Yeah, no, that didn't work. Then test track, good. Then again, I need nodes, velocities. All right, let's try to smoothen this out a little bit. So I think it's 13 where they slow down. First time watching your stream, is it usually this empty? Yeah, no, my streams are very tech heavy, so not a lot of people come through. Which is okay, that's fine. So I have a specific way in which I think about it. I would be doing this alone, otherwise, just plodding away. It's nice to have people come through and chat occasionally, but people don't hang around because it is a thing. So for me, it's just a little bit of a social thing. Oh, Big, it does not get much more populated than this. On a good day, it might have 20 people in here for a bit, but generally not. Which is okay. Now, I want to... So I can't edit these things, can I? Not directly? So what does this do? Switch between spline, polyline, representation. You know what? Let's watch that. Why is he holding on the brakes? So this is the sort of behavior we were seeing previously. And is this the line polyline problem? Nah, okay, that is no good. Oh, it's locking us to 30 kilometers an hour. That's the problem. Let's go maximum then and try again. Wowzers. Do I have a memory leak? What's happening? Yep. Okay. A memory leak has happened already. I know that BeamNG has some memory leak issues, but that was a very quick memory leak. Whoa, wait, hold on. You didn't clear all your memory out. Why are you using 5 gigabytes of VRAM? Huh? What? I'm gonna close off you and you. Nothing. Alright, give me a second. I'm gonna close off Firefox. I'll be back in a second. To re-chat, that is. Yeah, the memory didn't go down. I'm gonna close VS Codium. Didn't really change anything. Close that off. I'm gonna close this off and reopen it, see if that fixes it. Because it could be itself causing the issue. Oh. No. What if I quit stoat entirely? Removed a little bit. Quit Discord entirely. Only a little bit. We're still at like 4.13 gigabytes. Gapoo memory. Wait, oh, BeamNG is still open. That's the problem. Okay. Now we're down 1.39. Okay, perfect. All right. We'll bring chat back. Pop out chat, switch chat to live chat as opposed to top chat. Perfect. This is how I figured out what I was up to in the last stream. I had no idea. I was like, what was I doing? But yeah, I'd already figured it out. Alright, let's open up BeamNG again. It's nice to have somebody to chat with while you work. Yeah. Without, like, because I have really bad ADHD, if somebody's in a voice chat with me, I will not get anything done. I will struggle like hell, and it will be a real pain. So, I find this easier. So then I can look when my brain is ready to start absorbing more information again. Alright, let's open this up again. Yay! Load. Okay, doesn't have it. I wonder, I'm going to, because we're only doing modding stuff, let's turn our graphics down. Because this has been an issue for quite a while now when it comes to the world editing modding that we're doing. Alright, let's let that do its thing. Haven't had a memory leak since 036. I thought that was pretty much fixed. VRAM fixed, sorry. Not, it was painful trying to run in Vulkan. It's usually VRAM leak, not a system memory leak. Yeah, that's what I was looking at. Once you bump up against your limit, your frame rate tanks incredibly. Yeah. I'm finding it's with, something to do with World Editor. I'm not entirely sure. Is this paused? Ah, that's what it is. I don't have, Flowgraph open, do I? Because I'm pretty sure that has some sort of memory leak associated with it. Not entirely sure, though. Our VRAM is still quite high. That's right, that's what I was doing. I was grabbing this address. And test track. Alright. I was then also looking to see if there's a way to change things. Oh, that's right. Yeah, we tried to do a fit spline, but it limited our speed. So let's turn that way up. Nodes and velocities. It's still sticking to 30. Why? I wonder if I go here... Will this change anything? Enter a velocity to be set along the full length of this trajectory. Ah. Okay. Then let's see what happens if I play it again now. Oh, it's got the AI assistant on, so that's gonna suck us along? Yep. Not quite what I was going for. Close, but not quite. Let's turn off that. And it doesn't try to brake. Okay. I could set it to a safe velocity. It's basically a bug where textures are not unloaded from VRAM, or partially. So then that way, when the game closes, it still doesn't lose everything. When they are off-screen, so the more things that load in time over get unloaded and thus max it out. Yeah, so it's just, it misses things to unload. These are all by reloading the entire game? Yeah. Except as you saw there, it failed to close because it had some like lingering things that it just couldn't let go of. Which is usually what happens as well. Sometimes you'll have to restart your entire computer. I've had to do that a lot less with Linux though, but I have noticed it recently with the stuff that I'm doing. So if there's a driver update or game update available to you, not touch at all a settings change would fix? Would it be a driver update? I feel that it would be a game update. What I'd love to be able to do is like grab a dump of see like a slice of VRAM usage, so I could see what exactly is being added and not removed. That way I can present a better option to the devs as opposed to like, VRAM leak, I have no idea what's happening. It'd also be cool to look at. Kamikaze Bastard, a little bit. Welcome Dutch Bard, how's it going? No one needs to break, that's what the other drivers are for? Sure. I remember as a kid, what I would do is I would just aim to hit the person and then use the slowed momentum to make the corner. I was pretty bad. Trash collecting? Yeah. Not always, but generally yes. I think trash collecting is more to do with code-related stuff, though I'm not entirely sure. Maybe trash collecting does involve that? So we're talking about being crashed due to RAM? We're talking about it due to VRAM, yeah. How do I... Can I undo that? I don't think I can I? No. If I slow that down, it applies it to everything. Fuck. Oh. Do I just have to reload? If I accidentally make the heinous crime of pressing that? How do I... There we go. So... What is rigid path? Treats the full trajectory as a rigid body when moving on the map. Well, let's get rid of AI Assistant. Let's link up our car and give it another look. What does that mean? So, like, cannot defy the line at all? I see the line wobbling a little bit. No, he's not going directly down the line. I don't know what the rigid body thing means. Okay. I think I have a plan. I can see that it's right here at number 13, where number 13 is too slow. So if I turn 13, 14, 15, and 16 up, and then I can delete the rest. So number 16, we could just delete the rest after that, which is 18.7 seconds. 18.7? $16. 18.7. Yeah, so everything after that. There we go. Then I need to change everything for 13. Which is 16.3 onwards. 16.3. Okay. So these need to be a smaller number. Let's go 15. Well, the gap from there to there. From there to there is quite big. So that's acceptable. Maybe it would have been easier if this was velocity-based instead. 15.8. 16. 16.5. 17.0. I don't know. Let's give it a look. Open. Okay. So it's kept it cached, and I don't get to... I edited the wrong thing. Whoops. Path. There we go. Good thing I didn't paste that in. That would have been a very long line. Okay, here we go. I could just move that node a little bit, but let's give that a try. I want to link up the car. And let's give it a try. Oh, right. Hold on. AI assistant off. Maintains the average velocities of each section as nodes are moved on the map. Sure, we'll have a look at that in a bit. Wish I could just edit it there. Okay. That was actually pretty decent. Welcome, Mysterious Unknown. You had it crash today for whatever reason. What are we talking about? Welcome, Boss Pie. Oh. You had something crash because of RAM today. Okay, I get it now. What determines AI aggressiveness? At the moment, the time in which it takes to get to each individual node is what is doing it for us. So, I can have a look here and have a look at the velocities we have currently. Move that up there. I suppose you're not. Actually, I'm going to move this up here. Move this. There we go. Alright. That's less in the way. You know, you're actually still in the way. There. You know what? I don't even need that one open. Yeah. 86, 86.8. 200. Let's bring that one over a little bit. Okay, edited them. Hold velocities, let's... Okay, there we go. And if we move 16 end, it should increase our speed. Okay. Now, I'm going to bring in the other one, which is going to be test 2 track. And that one is going to grab the information from enemy track. So then we can compare the pair. Alright. Import trajectory from file. Test. There we go. Did I grab the wrong thing? Oh, right. I have to fix this file because I've got it wrong. It's under recording. It doesn't need to be under recording. Path gets out. What else is in different? Just external force. So we don't need level name. We don't need any of these. Okay. Then duplicate. Nope. Wait. Where's duplicate? Vehicle actions? Chlorine current. There we go. That's what I wanted. Does the chat not have colors? Oh. You're right. It does look very flat. That is not something I have done. It is coming across dark. Why? Well, that's gonna look bad. The thing is I can see that there's colors there. I just don't know what's happening. Settings. Background color? Maybe that's the problem. No? Why would that be so dark? Like, there is color there. It's just really, really dark. And that's only the text name, not the chatter name. Oh, sorry, the text chat, not the... Yeah. Yeah, I have absolutely nothing here. Yeah. I wonder. Is it the same if I go over here? No, that is different. That is a different color. But here it's just... I think maybe what it is, just temporarily, it's given you dark names. So let's go test. Let's see what it does for my text. Hopefully this doesn't take too long. Oh, good. The delay has come down a lot on the stream. Dark as well. Am I logged in? I'm not logged in. Give me a second. Overlays, there we go. So, if we go chat wide, which that's this one. I don't know what's happening to me right now. Now it's showing up as white. That is not what I was seeing a second ago. Let's see if that little refresh... No, it's still dark in the top corner. The only thing that I really changed just then was this. But that's the background color, not anything else. Okay, that actually changed something that time. Okay, well, we're getting somewhere. What if we increase transparency? That is very weird. Oh, that was the wrong thing. Now let's have a look at stream. It still shows it as very black. So what if we maybe refresh it by going to here and then go to here? It should refresh. And it's still dark. I don't know what this one is, but it seems to be working. Chat tool, that seems to be fine. Channel members, I doubt that it would be under here. This never worked anyway. Yep. New subscriber. Yep, nothing there. Oh, did I not hit save? Oh, maybe that's what the problem is. I'm doing real well. There we go. Then I hit save. And we'll see if that updates. Now that chat is just gone entirely. So that's fun. Alright, let's refresh. There we go. I see something up, and it is... Good. Okay. I have no idea why this broke. Fantastic. Okay, are you... What's happening? Are you paused? What is happening? What the fuck is happening? Was I in slow-mo? Okay, I somehow got into slow-mo mode, and I don't know. Is it Control H? No? Alt H. No idea. I also have no UI. Slow motion? Yeah, I don't... There's something wrong. VRAM's okay, so it's not that issue again. I'm gonna Control L. Okay, that brought that back, and we got this back. Okay, just reloading Lua made it all work. What went wrong in the first place? I don't get it. Everything is breaking. First, I make the terrible decision to switch my streaming PC to Linux. Second, I decided to go live before, like, completely fixing it. Third, VRAM. Fourth, now this weird shit. And not to mention that this is not a perfect system either. Let's import... test 2. Which one was it that I worked on? I can't even remember now. Test2.track. Okay, good. Bring up vehicles. Don't. Stop. Oh, no, they go together. Okay. Now all we have to do is just make this thing go faster. That'll be fun. Okay, actually, that was pretty good, except for the fact that I hit them in the back. So, I wonder if I drag this back, giving that guy a little bit more time. So if I hit play on this, it does both. Is that correct? It is correct. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna have to figure out. Let's try that. No, he's just slow. For no real reason. But once he gets going, he's okay. He's just really, really slow to start. Like, up until there, that's perfect. That's exactly what we want. Wait, hold on. I wonder. Let's turn this off. You have AI assist on. You have AI assist off? Alright. Okay, now with AI assist off, you're much, much slower. Okay. But at least I can edit it live now. So. Let's avoid that AI assist thing. I think we'll go there. Why does that first one take so long? So you're a problem, huh? Let's remove you. Remove you. What's happening? Okay. And I think remove you. Then you come back here. Velocities. 0.2? Oh, that is problematic. Alright, well, let's remove... Oh. Why is it 170 seconds to get to there? Okay, you're in the way. Please. There we go. Thank you. Why is it start at 179 seconds? Welcome, Bobab. How's it going? That's fun to say, Bobab. Give me a minute. I think I'm going to write a script that will go through and edit each thing based upon a value. So let's go just quickly make a little Lua script. It'll be not too hard, hopefully. Apology, game, race, career. Yeah, there was nothing in here anyway. Let's go m dot edit AI track is equal to that local function that and print getting to there. Then let's do a JSON read, a local file is equal to JSON read file. Okay, that's not working. Save menu. JSON read file. Okay, I don't know why that didn't automatically pop up. Weird. Have I got errors in here? Then how does this work? Where is save file? There's save file. JSON read needs to be a string. Okay, yeah. And we have our strings here. So it's going to be gameplay. Oh wait, no. File name time amount. All right. So gameplay what is, oh yeah, okay, it's that. File name dot track.json. There we go. Okay, that'll read the file. After that, there's not a palindrome, but that is a thumbnail in a video in my recommended. What? Oh, I suppose technically, yes, that would be correct. Because it has to go backwards, yeah. Alright, so local file for A, B in path. Wait, in I pairs. Then I want the name of the thing dot path. File dot path. Do if b dot, no, hold on, show me a path. T is greater than or equal to time, then b.t is equal to b.t plus time. Wait, no, plus amount. And JSON write file. All right, so how does JSON write file? What it goes into, what it's writing in, and that. Okay. What it's writing into is this. Local dir is equal to that. dir file true? I don't know if true is the correct one here. Let's give it a try. So, test2. Oh, I hope that Control-L does not remove all of that stuff. But it probably will. Oh, good. Okay, all of the track stuff is still here. Then I want to track 2. Wait, no, everything here starts at like 4. It's saying, if you have a look at the... Where'd the thing go? We're missing something. Ah, okay, there we go. Okay. $177.1. So let's go 177. Yeah, I didn't think so. Yep, that's... Okay, so something bugged out when I was closing those things. Then let's get rid of that and try again. I'm gonna... So 3.8... No, 4 is 4.3. Okay, good. Alright, now it's working a lot better. I just have to, that's changing this time now. So if I get rid of hold velocities... Okay. That should have us accelerating a lot more from the get-go. Alright, let's do this. Where'd the other vehicle go? Well, it collided anyway. AI assist off. Okay, let's see if that changes. I have to link up the other car. Okay. Nope, wrong thing. Okay. We need to save this and then get it to edit all those extra parts. So I can save this then. This is a red line. Let's... So the first one should be about like 5 and 5.6 seconds. Let's see if that changes. So this should be about 5 seconds once we save. Fuck. You want to overwrite this file? Yes. Okay, starts at 4.99. Okay. It is way too close. I'm gonna go time, take 0.1 or 0.05. That should be within range. So, yeah. I just don't know how it rounds. That would be right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because it rounds off to the nearest thing. Alright. Then... I want to... Extensions.raceCareer. Extensions.raceCareer. RaceCareer. Dot. Edit AI track. Oh. File. What is it? Track 2? Test 2. Test 2. That should be in quotes, because that's meant to be a string. Test 2. Time. Anything after 1. And then the amount that it's changing by is 3 seconds. -3. Okay, perfect. Literal quote, that's what they... Okay, yep, good. What is the string that it's having a problem with? Extension unavailable. Oh, it just can't see it. Race car year. Race car year. Race car year. Race car year. Edit AI track has been copied. So maybe. Local end, for end, if end. No, all the stuff is here. I did hit Control L to reload Lua. Nah. Dump. That was the wrong thing. Dump. Extends. Dot. That. Welcome, Hogzack. How's it going? Why would it not like the changes I've made? I've saved, and I hit Control L. Everybody saw me hit Control L. I don't want to reload this again. Alright, fine. Let's reload. Oh, it's in the wrong directory. Okay, let's put it somewhere else then. Wait, hold on. Does that mean that I can just access it from maybe here? Ah, it was there. Okay, that's fine. We got the thing then we need. There. Okay. We took off 3, which was 4.9, becomes, yeah, 3, 4. Okay, good. That worked. Oh, no, F11 on. Then I want to redo this and open. Oh. Nodes and velocities. Alright. They seem very matched numbers. Is this one attached? It is not. You. Attach. Alright, let's play them. Okay, close. Just a little bit more editing to do. So... let's instead play that from this file. Let's remove half a second. 0.5. And let's try again. Okay, now we're too far behind. I can add a little bit of time on now to adjust this. Okay, so let's add on... You know what, let's play that again. You in the back here. Alright, how much throttle do you get? Pretty decent amount. Okay. Why is that one smoking? Alright, so what do I want? I want to... increase that time by half a second again. Alright, let's give that a try. So, add on that amount. I just want to see how it behaves. Okay, it just seems that it was a bit of an anomaly in the last one where I needed to take time off of it. It's still smoking though. Is this one smoking too? I don't think so. I'm gonna refresh both of them, then try playing again. Now it's hanging on the brakes like it shouldn't. Okay, you're accelerating normally. But you're... Oh, do you have AI Assistant on? Yeah, you do. That was wrong. There we go. You're still holding on the brakes there? Oh, you're not. Okay, now that we got that resolved. Did they collide? It's hard to tell. Now they're not even close. This is what makes BeamNG so hard. I really should have, maybe I should have set it to a certain speed instead. Now it's just doing it differently. Why? And that time it hit. Why? What the fuck? And it hit again. Okay. Let's go in and remove 0.25 a second. Minus 0.25 of a second. I really should just make them go slow. Wait, what? I'm confused. Let's reload both of them. Let's go test track and test track 2. Okay. Oh, hold on. I have to AI assistant off. Go again. Okay, that time they hit. Let's try watching again. I'm gonna move another portion of a second. Fuck, which one's which? 6. Okay, 6 is the one we're changing. Okay. Now the gap is, like, massive. Is it really that important? Like, 0.5 of a second? That doesn't seem right. AI assistant. Fuck. I think this can be remedied by just moving this a little bit further back. Well, that was too far. So let's try that again. They both have AI assistant off. Okay, why did that happen? It was to number 6. Everything after number 6 is a whole second. I suppose it could be a little bit slower. Do we have velocities? Five to 6 should be fast, but then it's here where it should inadvertently slow down. What if we even it out a little bit? Then, like, speed doesn't matter too much. But it was just a weird, juttery start. Is it because it's too much of a swerve, so they need to slow down a little bit? I might change the timing a little bit again. Okay. Anything over... What is it? It's at 5, where it slows down. At 6. Okay, then. Everything after 12... Take off 0.3. Oh. AI assistant off. Alright, it's still close. I didn't save that, did I? Alright. Let's try again. Too close. Slightly. Alright, I get it. Let's stop. Anything after, what was it, 5? I want the blue one. Nodes. Yeah, anything after 5, which is 9.3 seconds. So anything over 9... shit, I did everything on a second, didn't I? Let's redo that. Then anything over... After 5? 5 is anything after 9. Take. Yeah, okay. Eight. Let's remove 8. That was the wrong one. Fucking AI assistant. Ooh, actually, that's pretty good. Now the only thing I need to do is just move this back a little bit. And try that. To be honest, I can't see your keyboard, so I don't know actually... I don't know if you actually press Control L. Yeah, I don't know. Welcome, Ope81 Fanhouse. Sorry, I'm really getting stuck into this because we're actually making proper headway. It's just tedious. Let's try that again. Something after... Well, that time there was a gap. You know what, that is close enough that I am willing to take it even if there is bumps occasionally. And then in the future I know to have us drive at reasonable speeds instead. Now there's a big gap. Now there's a tiny gap. You know what? I am happy with those. Let's run with it. I'm done. Alright, thanks for being here, Mysterious Unknown. Oh, now it's going to open up for the next half an hour. And then pop up in the middle of things. Test track 2 is enemy. Alright, so copy you. Enemy. Paste. Save. Rec track and test track now. Oh, wait. Did I edit this? I think I did. Let's go ahead and... Purple one... Save. Fuck. Test. Track. Save. Rec track. There. Okay. Now, let's try the race. Oh, the license test. My goodness. Alright. What a faff. Pro patient overtaking. Why is that a changed order? Weird. Oh. Controls on now. Alright, we have debugging on and everything. That is acceptable. Okay. Actually, not that. F11. Now we need to finish off that mission. Flow graph. How's our memory leak going? Yeah, we're doing okay. Sure. Patient overtaking. Alright, so we want to re-enable the dark mode on AI intro. So fade from black. We'll then flow into here. On completed. What else does it go to? Oh, right, we had all of this, didn't we? Did we ever end up using that? I'm not sure. Well, this one never ran. Let's try running that again. What? It never triggered the countdown. Why not? It's not even doing the fading to black that it's meant to do. Does the fade from black only happen once? So it's doing the compare thing. It should get over a certain speed. It now fades from black. That's right, we didn't fade to black. Yep, that's the other thing that we need to do. Intro? Fade to black. Okay. Fade to black. Because if it doesn't ever fade from black, it never does the next step. Good, we're getting that countdown. Let's crash. Retry. Do we get the fade to black? We do. But the fade to black doesn't work properly. Only use this thing will be until the GT level AI and Beam. I hear a lot of complaints about the AI in Gran Turismo. I don't know what you're thinking. Only the upper level. Really? I have to just crash, do I? Okay, good. There we go. Continue here. Alright, so what is causing this to trigger too early? Wait. Point 2, let's go. One. Alright, let's give that a try. Wait, why is it got a value in there? Alright. There we go. Now we're loading up properly. Well, that's stuffed up, but you get the idea. Oh no. Can't exit properly because the exit menu setup is broken. That time I hit multiple times on the back end. There we go. Alright. There is no vehicle. Okay. I think this mission is done then. This is debugging stuff, but that could stay there for now. Moving on to next thing on the list. What do I do next? Oh, right. Yeah, next license on the list. Privateer, Stage 3. Target fixation, hot lab. Pro. Yeah, this is the one we're up to. So, target fixation. Passing slower cars at corner entry. I think a slower car that can brake easier. So I just have to stack the AI cars. So that would be a fast AI. With terrible brakes. I think that would be the way to do that. So then they brake early. Maybe? Or maybe just an AI with a better car? Because... yeah, I don't know. Is that a local cloud server-based text editor thing? It is. It's on a thing called Nextcloud. I got an add-on for Nextcloud to have this text editor in it. But this text editor sucks. It's filled with many little bugs and just very poor thinking out about how people use things. I do want to get rid of it. The only reason I like it is because it goes in the browser and like it has easy tabs. It has it's in the browser and it has internet-based spell checking, and I can easily look up words if I can't figure it out. Because normal spell checkers in programs suck. Like, really bad. I don't know what I've got in my throat today. Something's there and it's just causing me havoc. Next. So yeah, well, what should we do here for this particular one? Gonna need player, car, AI cars. Very fast, no ABS. Very fast, no ABS. AI cars. Slow. Fast AI cars. Fast. Okay. I think that's what we'll run. And the goal will be to beat this other car. Beat the fast AI car. You know what? That's a lot of work. Kind of just want to get this in the hands of the people. I think instead what I'll do is I'll just go varying AI. Is that how I spell varying? If you say so. Beat. Oh, actually, you know what? No. No, yeah, because the AI, the slow AI has to get around them, huh? Oh, sorry, the fast AI has to get around the slow AI. And that's nearly impossible. So then it's going to be time-based? Alright, let's start up a mission then. It's gonna be... could be on here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have an instance of AI and then racing AI. So, let's go bring AI cars. faster AI, possibly. Then what we're going to want to do is go window, mission editor. New mission. Zero, no, 015. AI. Group AI overtake. Then our flow graph. What is a regular mission type name? I should be under save file. No, not save file. Config race. Directory under gameplay missions. Then we go in. Okay. Or just lick test. There we go. That's what we want. Great mission. Sure, it could be here. How's the streaming PC going? An absolute nightmare. I saw some issues in the Discord, but it seems like it's solved. Some things are, but it's not very good. Did I not say Nextcloud? I may have stuffed up. I have a habit of doing that. This doesn't get anything. The name of the mission is going to be... So I'm not going to call it target fixation. I'm going to call... Passing cars. Passing... different cars. Hopefully that name isn't too long. Do I go on the maybe the handling track? So then we can have like a more dense... But I want straightaways, and there's not really a lot of straightaways around here. Unless we all go slow cars. Yeah, let's get everybody like slow Piccolinas. With no ABS and old tires. Or maybe Covets. We'll go back to the Covets for the test school cars. In this test, no. I'm going to write it out here so then I have spell checking. In this test... No, that's not how I'm going to write it either. We have a track full of cars today with other learning race... aspiring race car drivers like you. Your job is to set a lap time with all of this extra traffic. Set a competitive lap time with all this extra traffic. Okay. Something I never liked about the Covet is the torque curve the BeamNG devs gave it. It's like impossible to use the final gear reasonably due to how little torque on the low end the engine has. Sure, but back then it was all about like having the transmission for the car, and then some would have a better engine, some would have a lesser engine. That was a very common thing to do, so I get it, but it's not... Yeah, I don't know. I've never really driven an old, very slow car. Or gutless car. Doesn't make sense. My Aeron car has 1.3 litre copper head accelerate from 0 can accelerate from 20 kilos an hour in 50 gear. Yeah, I'm guessing that's a little bit newer. A 1.3 litre, that's a fairly relatively new. My car uses 1990s engines too, no hybrid system. Oh. You had 1.3s in the 90s? I suppose, yeah, there were the Barinas here, and they had fairly small engines. No, they were 1.6s. Yeah, we never really had very small engines in Australia. They just weren't a thing. So, I don't know. I honestly don't know. It'd not have to be an engine from the 90s, it'd have to be a 90s engine. 2N ZFE? Because engines do get more powerful as time goes on. 2FE. Oh. Oh. I see. There. Damn. A 90s engine? Okay, you're... It's a bit of a stretch. There was... Once car companies really took on fuel injection properly, power numbers did start to increase quite a bit, especially in the later 90s. And then there was a little bit of a lull right up until about the mid to late 2000s, and then there was another boom again with power when Top Gear started to make cars popular, and then popularized the idea of a car having a big power number. Then we have Daihatsus. I don't think we really had them in the 90s, and I feel that most of them were, like, and the ones that we did have were, like, very limited number, and not very popular, and a lot were imports. Still in production? Is it? No, until 2020, it says. $1997, even still. So there was a big boom in power around then. My first car, Toyota Starlet, had more power than my car. Okay, well then, yeah. Wait. That also matters on power. This Toyota Starlet is very light, isn't it? It's a small little hatchback? Oh, they remade it. Oh. Yeah. Oh. I didn't realize it went back so far. That looks really cool from the front. You know what? It's been modified, so it's probably because it's modified that it looks really cool from the front. That looks quirky, and I like it, but it doesn't look as cool. Yeah, not a big fan of this era. Nissan did some good-looking ones from that time. See, this is the sort of style that I remember, like, is like a really early one. That looks pretty cool. Yeah, I remember this. That's more what I'm thinking. So how much did this weigh? 700 kilos. And how much does the Covet weigh? go the smallest one. Yeah, it's about a ton. Which is actually very heavy. I think your problem is not so much the power, but the weight. That is quite heavy. What's this meant to be? It's meant to be like a Corolla, right? Toyota Corolla. The real Honda the Corvette is based on is 850 kilos. I don't know if I'd really count it as being based off of that. So 1987, 6th generation. There we go. That's what I'm imagining. E90. $880 to 1,200 kilos. Is there a lighter version? Where? Oh, there we go. That's over a ton. Are they... Oh, it didn't have cost on that. They very quickly get over a ton. So apparently just this one is lighter. Is it meant to be like the budget of budgets? So 18,200? It's not a whole lot cheaper. And it's only a couple hundred more to get that one. So what's the difference? Power. 48.5. 57. 150 Newton meters to 105. So this one is more powerful. Knocks off a couple seconds to 100. So what is this? 1.3 liter JDM. And this is a 1.5. 57.4. 58. Wow, that is very... That's 10 kilowatts less. I think what they're doing is they're saying in today's money, it would cost about $18,500. Now, cars have gotten cheaper to make, but only if you're taking into consideration things like inflation and cost price increase and all the other things that are very hard to track. Look like the 3rd gen Civic. We have a better picture of this. I'm like this one, except from the front, is what I think it looks like. They keep showing the hatchbacks from the rear, but not from the front. Here we go. That's too new. So you reckon Honda Civic. You reckon 1987-ish? You reckon 3rd gen? Yeah, okay, a little bit. No. We're still on the 3rd gen? I think we moved on from the 3rd gen. Yeah, no, that's moved on from the 3rd gen. Nah. I don't know about that. Like, it's similar. But not really. I think this is also smaller, like, dimensionally. That looks a lot smaller. Probably a little bit closer to this one, but then it looks even less with the front end. Did you know the cost of the cheapest cars are cheaper than their material cost brand new? I don't know if I believe that. It also depends if you're saying, like, if I was to buy those costs here in Australia, it would be more expensive than the cost of the material you used in India to make the Tata, or whatever it was? Or are you saying that for a normal person to buy the materials, is cheaper than a factory to build the materials. Like, I don't know. If that's just a quote, I feel that you've been misled, because steel is not that expensive. Like if we just had like a very cheap steel engine, so cost of steel per kg. About 20 cents per kilogram. Let's say the lightest car on the market might be 800 kilos times 0.2. That's $160 in steel. But then add on little bits of copper, little bits of fabric. Fabric is quite cheap. I mean, chair fabric is a little bit more expensive. Then there's the foam. There may be probably less than 5 to 10 kilos in copper. So what's the cost of copper per kilogram? This is all scrap price. Market index. Yeah, it's only $6.25, but then there's all the shipping and everything. Yeah, for a normal person to buy materials is equivalent weight. Inequivalent weight. Yes, I still don't think so. This is even cheaper than I thought, and I have bought raw steel before, just like bar steel, angle iron, sheet metal. And it's never really been that expensive. Most of the cost of a car is to pad the pockets. Like, they talk about the margins in cars being very low, but it's not really. It's not actually that low at all. If it was that low, then a lot of these car companies wouldn't be investing in doing race series. No, they're making bank. They just want you to think that, oh, we're so hard done by. This sports car has to start at $30,000 and be gutless as hell. Oh, we don't want to do a sports car. It's because it just doesn't make enough profit. That's what they want. It makes a buttload of profit, just not a buttload enough. Now, there's also all of the workers and everything, but the workers are nothing compared to how much the people end up taking home on the higher end. Not in so much their income, but how much ancillary they make in things like in-kind payments. So a lot of times they get things like business cars. Some places will give business housing. Then they'll give stock options. Or, if you're doing a Jeff Bezos, you don't really take much from the company at all, and you're just increasing the value of your share prices and then borrowing against it to avoid tax. Economies of scale work in their favor? Definitely. Especially in transportation, because I only talked about buying the metal. I didn't talk about, like, getting that metal from the metal selling place back to home. What is the price of scrap copper at the moment? Is that 15 per what? Kilo? Per pound? Per monkey wrench? Fuck off. Copper wire PVC coated. $13 to $14 per thing. What did this say it was? $6. Okay, so this is clearly... Oh, this would be like stock trading. So all you're doing is like investing in the a copper that sits in a field. You're not doing anything with it. You're just saying, hey, I'm putting money towards this. So that's not a good one. So if that's 30... I was thinking that $6 was a little too low. I even feel that that's a little bit low. Yeah, I don't know. I suppose copper wire doesn't cost that much. Do you think the war in Iran is going to affect the sale on the 1992? Yes, actually. I do think it is going to. With people being able to afford less, it's going to make it tougher in the lower economic markets. Then, I'm guessing that's an older car, and I'm guessing it's a economy car. I'm guessing. I have no idea what a Tercels is. Never heard of it before. If people are buying, like, say you've got like an old beater car, like say a Mustang. You're going, oh, I need to buy a cheaper car, but I can't afford a good car. So I'm going to sell my Mustang, make a little bit of profit, and instead buy something like this. This is something that I have seen happen. Not with the Mustangs, but like you get the idea. And then the price of these lower end cars just start exploding. I've seen it a few times, and I hate it. It sucks so much. Not sure what you're saying there. I bet you can get a DJI drone for like the same price. So there you're talking about economies of scale. You said the raw materials, I think, didn't you? If we were to add up all of the components for me to build a car, which you can buy most things from car manufacturers. For instance, if you were going with a very old vintage car, so let's go Model T Ford new chassis. Now, this is not only just in Model T's, and I'm not actually seeing what I want anyway, but you can buy brand new chassis for, like, the frame rails for a lot of these older cars readily. But if you were then to do that, get all of the panels, get all of the bodywork, because you can get rust replacements for, like, at least for the popular ones, rust replacement panels that would basically do all of the crux of the car, then all the electronics and all that sort of stuff. But if you did that for a newer car, definitely that would cost you more than what it costs for them to make a thing. But that's because those things have a lot less, like, movement. If a dealership puts a car on a lot and it sells within a week. But if they were to wait for parts to come across one by one from Japan to Australia, they would be the worst workshop in the world, so they have to store them here. So the parts come in, and they kind of have to be there and on hand. At least a few, depending on how sought after, like how required these things are, or how often they're required. So, it'll take up storage space. And that storage space can be used for years before it ever gets any sort of use out of it. So they sort of include that in the price, because when you're looking to rent a commercial property, you have to, like, they'll normally advertise the places based upon their square footage and how high the roofs are if you're going to do stacking. So it makes sense that they start to factor those sorts of things in, because it's not just the end dealership that's being the one that's got these parts on hand. It's the person before them, the distributors, then before then. However, oh yeah, they also sell a lot less of them. So they're usually made separately, and there's a lot to it. Oh, they also can make more profit on a car. So they will mark up the prices. No, sorry. They make more profit from parts, because if you've already bought the car, you've got kind of like the beginnings of a sunk cost fallacy when you start needing to replace parts. and so on and so forth. You get the idea of what I'm trying to convey there, right? It's a lot of car manufacturers don't make the majority of their profits from the sale of cars. They make the majority of their money from the sale of parts. So you crappy car for profit? What I meant there is, like, if you sold a car that's worth at least something because it's like a special sort of car in any sort of way, then buy a car that nobody wants. But then that puts the price up of those economy nobody wants cars, and then they become cars that people want, but they're economy cars. Did you hear about people in the UK wanting to restart full-scale production on full-scale Supermarine Spitfires? I doubt that, if this is a World War II thing, I doubt it would be full scale. I feel that that's like a misleading thing. Yeah, so I would say that you either misheard, misremembered, or what's most likely is they just wanted to say big fancy words. Full scale would be pumping out tens of thousands of these. I bet what they meant, and can get away with saying, is full scale for their production environment? Factory? Yeah, for their factory. So, all 3 people will be working full scale on making these fighters. However, I would see at least 100 of these selling a year. Depending on their price, that is. What I meant by full scale is full-scale recreations. Oh. Oh, yeah. Full-scale... No, you said restart full-scale production on full-scale airplanes. Flying with 150 horsepower engines? Really? I know that you need a lot of torque to run prop engines. Not so much power, but a lot of torque. Which is why turbos are so... No, turbos are popular because of height. Superchargers are still occasionally used. Turbos are height independent, so they're fairly good in that regard. Not entirely height independent, but you know, like they still get burst threshold, but they could still basically reach the same amounts. Then I must have muddled my words. That's fair enough. I do the same thing. What were we doing? We were about to make our license. So... Is there already a race from this that I can grab a prefab of? Time trial, automation, handling course, select, laps 1. If you ever get into flight sims, I have been over the years. I've even got a fairly decent flight sim rig. Well, not a rig, but like a setup. You'll start to understand what it means to shift a gear in an aircraft. Didn't know that they had gears? So what do we got? Is this all blocked off around here? That is kind of what I'm looking for right now. Yeah, not enough straightaways. This car actually doesn't handle too bad. kind of fun on this. Okay, so we've got a lot of tires around. This could have worked, but we're not using it. I just want to finish this off, just to see that final last corner, just in case I do decide to come back. That and also I'm having fun, because this is a fun car to drive. No, that's entirely open, so that is something that I have to work on. But I could work on that. That's easy. Alright. Oh. The free roam. I think I want worse tires on it. Okay. I have an idea. I think I am going to use that. And I'm going to clone this. Is there ballast by any chance? There's not. Because I want to make one that's like high-powered, low... like a high-powered, high weight, bad tires. Or maybe I just go worse tires. What do we got for tires? Front suspension, rear suspension. Front wheels, front, here we go. 13 by 5s. That is the narrowest we can get. 175. There's 165s. Yeah, let's go old. What are we doing? Oh, that's right, old. There's bias plies. Oh. Yeah, let's do bias plies. So then they're really slow on the corners, but we'll give it lots of power. Oh, there's 155s. Blech. Nah, maybe I don't want that. Alright, how does this drive in comparison? Let's compare the pair. Supercharger gears? Ah, yes, I have actually heard about supercharger gears. And it is something that I tried to do as well for one of my it was the Napier Railton, I think, that had gearing in the thing. In the supercharger. Yeah. No! No, it was the R4 360 that had it. That's what it was. That giant engine that I put into things. Okay. That is the sort of handling I wanted. Good. Okay, then you. How do you drive? Not as bad as I would have liked. Wonder how old tires are instead. Okay, let's try different tires. T-I-R-E. Let's go. What are these thin white walls? What does that mean? Not really a lot thinner. Let's go old. Let's see what old says. Old does. I don't know whether that's like just age-wise, or they mean like old and decrepit. Yeah, I think they mean like been sitting around for too long. Most percentages from 1950s that had superchargers were geared rather than turbo. Yeah, the R4 360 later ones had turbos. Early ones I think were naturally aspirated. Oh, there we go. That's what we wanted. Now, if this can just handle, like the AI can handle it, I think we'll be good. Okay. Yeah. Dive in. Okay, yeah, definitely. Much, much worse. And then we just give it a boatload of power, so... Ooh, chuck a turbo on? Or something else? I'm not sure. Engine. Learn... Oh. Learner... high power, low grip. Save. Engine, stock ECU, stock long block. Let's go stage 2 performance. Intake carburetor, let's go stage 1 turbocharger. Can I make it heavier somehow? Oh, cargo, probably. Trunk load? Yeah, rear seat load? How much does that weigh? Rear seat box mass. You can go up to 25. I think... Instead of going turboed, I'm gonna go... just a heavy engine. With performance. Yeah, let's give that a try. Alright, how's she drive? I think... Pause, accelerate, tab, accelerate, unpause. Yeah, I think that'll work. Let's see how she handles before I go saving more. I might stick some more weight in the rear. I wonder if there's passenger seat weight that we can add. Because I want this thing to be slow in the corners and be frustrating. And then fast in a straight line. I might even give it an LSD in the front, because that'll make it even slower in the corners, but faster on exit. Yeah, let's try that out. Is there LSD diff? Open front differential. Limited slip. Yep. And acceleration out. Good. This thing will be super frustrating. I'm even tempted to maybe stick a welded in there. Welded front diff. Yeah, that should massively make it really slow at cornering. Okay. Yeah, okay. I think that's doing what we want. So this is the fast one, and then the other ones will just be the same sort of car, and I can adjust their AI accordingly. Okay, over it. What else do we have for load? We have trunk load, cargo, rear seats. No, okay, trunk load. What do we got in there? We got 3. That's a little bit obvious as to what we're doing. I don't want it to be that clear. I want them to not know what the people are doing. The AI are doing, I meant. It's saved. It's good. This one is here. That's fine. How do I get the thing to load? How's my VRAM doing? Just double check on that. Yeah, it's doing okay. How do I get AI to pick specifically only that? Did I lose my license? Oh. Click. Test. Ah, good. Okay, still here. So we've got a lap time with all this extra traffic. Okay. Save. No preview. None here. Coordinates, that's fine. Game mode. No free roam. Skilled, no. Entropy, no. Start condition. Visibility conditions, never. Author. Me. Date now. Dev mission. I don't know. We'll put it there for now. Vehicle used. Provided vehicle. Group ID. Pro. That's what we needed. Set up modules. Mission type. Good. Okay. Save. Now. Load project. Gameplay. Mission. Lick test. 15. Oh, I did it wrong. Whatever. Flow graph. Okay. So what have we got in here? We're going to want a basic AI race, I think. So we have gameplay. What's in gameplay? Arrive, time limit, retry. Let's grab... Actually, no. We don't need you. We can grab the normal AI race for the automation test track. Where is that? That's under here, under gameplay, missions, automation tests, time trial. Is it time trial? There's two different versions of the race. I know if you go to the map object, rally handling, you'll climb outside. Huh? Oh. Gravel race short old. Where is the race that you do on the map? So let's bring up that race, because I know that the map markers are more accurate. Like checkpoints, that's what I'm thinking of. Interface. Challenge. Oh, it is open. Is it? I don't see them. Wrong thing. Well, okay. Maybe it's under gameplay. Simplify collision physics. So why am I not seeing these? They're not showing up. I could just done this. Why is that showing up? Oh. Oh, available as a scenario, maybe? What is that? Oh, it's a rally? Oh. So maybe it's this version. Or is that just the normal time trial? It's hard to tell. What is Forest Fumble? Weird. Best markers collected. Interesting. Maybe what I was hearing about, because I've only heard about this, maybe what they're talking about is this one has better checkpoints. So maybe let's have a look at the AI race. Race.race, cam path intro, deco prefab, not the vehicle group. Though we will have a look at that. I wanted to get the... Oh, no, that is the race path. Okay, okay, all right, we've got a bunch of things here. Not patient overtake. Instead, we will have... Wrong place. 15? Wait, what? Oh, it is meant to be in here. It is in here. Okay, good. What I want to look at is this race path. Okay. That's not what I wanted. Let's avoid making mistakes like that. 11. Now, I want to have AI, but not have them be a part of the race. Is that a thing we can do? Or is it always going to pick up cars? I could make a custom finish script that will only trigger on my vehicle passing the line. And capturing the time. I could also make it endless laps, so then you can just keep going around until you get it right. But then they might run out of fuel. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Mods. Race career. There we go. What are you having an issue with? Don't know. So we have loading. Oh yeah, there's a lot to change here, isn't there? Because we have to, like, pick a map. So prefab, will it know what map to go to? It will not. Okay. Oh, fuck you. There we go. Block input actions, load, level. I suppose actually I really should open up that previous file, shouldn't I? Because that's got a bunch of this stuff in here that I needed to do. Patient overtaking. So loading. We have fade to black, which needs to happen because it doesn't always understand. Mission cleanup. Get level data, in case we need to load or not load. That is really the question. I feel that was just a bug that I had, and then we got set UI. So fade to black happens first. Fade, flow. Don't need to really reset this because it is likely to only ever happen once. So, mission cleanup, flow in, level data, dev name is in like the name of the map, compares the two. If it is this one, if it is not, then it'll load the level. If it is true, then it goes to here and lays out the thing. Okay, good. Is that right? Yep, they both will flow into that. And then out of there, we can do enter vehicle, set enemy IDs, and all that sort of stuff. Okay. I think I understand. This should be all we need for now. We're going to spawn AI eventually. It's not right away. So, my prefab. That's not going to work. Can I? Select file. Good, I can. Deco prefab. Open. Good. Done. Position. Does this go world origin? What is silent? Enables or disables various actions like scenario does. If true, shows no error when the file wasn't found. Welcome, Warbot Steph. How's it going? I think you're the only one active at the moment. Bit quiet. Too quiet. Can't believe they're doing more Shrek. I love Shrek, don't get me wrong, but it's too much. Spawn prefab. Reach vehicle? Sure. I kind of want to learn to do scenarios, but at the same time, I am way too lazy. There's a few different ways of doing it. What I'm doing specifically is making flow graph scenarios. There are simpler ways of doing this. I am just doing a very specific thing. Hello from Muck. Welcome, Javg. How's it going? That's a name. We good? I think we are. What's the level? Just do that. Save a little bit of time. UI layout. Game state name. Can I change that from scenario to something else? Let's try opening one of our driver licenses. Like the normal ones. Here we go. Race flow. Set UI layout. Where does that happen? After loading, it goes to intro. Then... Fine. Set UI... Out. Set UI what? Layout. Layout. Here we go. Under intro. Menu, mission, game state. No. Doesn't have a game state name, but it is under mission. Don't know what that does. Menu mission? Scenario mission? Ah. Is this how it sets up the origin of the UI to pick from? Are you kidding me? That's really heartbreaking that they've done that to us. It comes down to that, like, you have to know what the developer was thinking when they make the flow graph stuff. To be able to actually use the stuff. That is so... I wonder if there's a place in here for license. License ID? No, not that. No, okay. What was it? There was a thing for... license type. Reconfigure. hide reconfigure button. Is rally loop active? Let's see if we can find this. Yeah. Wait. This has changed. Is rally to... no, hold on. There's 3 references to it, so I think is rally loop active is the one I'm looking for. Tutorial, that's what I'm looking for. Why was I looking for that? Tutorial, yes, okay. Nope. Let's go this. Career modules, linear tutorial, and career modules linear tutorial is linear tutorial active. Gameplay, GE extensions, gameplay, missions, mission screen. There's 4 references to this. Career modules, linear tutorial, and career modules. So career modules, linear tutorial. G extensions. Career modules, linear tutorial. So how does a linear tutorial get tutorial data? So how do we set tutorial? Tutorial. Gameplay. Nope, that's the wrong place. There. Hello from Uck. Welcome to you from Uck. Gameplay delivery. What are we looking at? Tutorial delivery. Gameplay fields. Tutorial delivery. Is tutorial parcel true? Tutorial vehicle delivery. Get tutorial data? Function return save data. No, there's no set tutorial data. That would have been convenient. Tutorial vehicle delivery, mission West Coast tutorial description. Arrive. Is this a flow graph? This is an info description. Nope, that's a description. That doesn't help us. That is a directory. That is a text. And that is a name. So that is not saying that it's a tutorial. Does it have to be in the tutorial directory for it to be read as a tutorial? I doubt it's something like that. Quest type. West Coast. Career tutorial. Quest of quests. traffic for tutorial. Work, career modules, linear tutorial. Is there just something in here for like set on extension loaded on in career, begin linear step, complete linear step, get linear step, is linear tutorial active? Set tutorial flag. Aha! Okay. Let's do a get tutorial flag, apparently. Extensions dot that. Oh, wait, that's no good. Dump. You dot career modules linear tutorial. Career modules linear tutorial. Saying that it's nil value. Well, it's been a fairly short stream, but I've had a look at the time, and I am overdue to walk Pippa. She's going to be upset with me if I don't do that. I think this is a good place to leave off, because I've gotten to the precipice of learning a new thing, and I think we are very, very close. So, progress. In here, we're going to go with, I'm up to this. Trying to see if I can set a tutorial flag. Alright. Yeah. Is this saved? It is now. We have our cars, we have our normal car, and we have our Brutusy type car. And then we can adjust it to have more or less power depending on whether we need it to have more or less power. We could also even adjust to add more weight and even add a custom script to increase the weight of the vehicle. I could actually do it within the flow graph itself, really. But yeah, that's it. I need to go toilet as well. Anything else? No? Okay. Thank you, Patreon members. Thank you, YouTube channel members. Thank you very specifically to DJM for being a top tier channel member. Thank you to GSG Gaming for being here. Thank you for Javg for being here. Warbot Steph, thank you for coming by again. I'm just gonna call you Dry because your name is really complicated. Or Z-Dry, maybe? Who knows? We'll see how it goes. Matthew Womby? Shivi was here for a little bit. Dragon Dev was here again. Thank you for being here again. Mysterious Unknown was here for a while. Hogsactor is here again. Stefan, I saw somebody. Big Swan was here. Be Real. Thank you for being here again. Who's that one person? I saw that one person. Who's that one person? Nope, I've lost them. Dot Noi was here. Very early. I don't know who I was thinking of. But yeah, I will catch you all next time. Here's hoping that the outro works correctly. Bye! It didn't work correctly. Oh, but hey, channel members are actually named here now, so that's a good thing. Guys, the stream won't end. And I don't know why this really